Our next guest is a four-time undefeated world champion boxer. She also helped us out with a very special cause that was dear to our hearts. We asked her to show up in Detroit to help out the downtown boxing gym there, which is actually a great community center for the kids in that community. Please welcome back to our show our dear friend. We love her so much, Laila Ali. Chatting backstage. Honestly, I wish you could DVR like every episode of our show, but the one that really mattered to me in the last year of my life was this Detroit thing. I thought it was so
That came out so wonderful. You know, you call and you ask me to show up, and I walked into it and I didn't see the whole, you know, all the footage. And then when I watched it, it was so beautiful. Thank you so much.
I mean, it was, it's a downtown boxing gym that's turned into a learning center. Like the kids go there, they get tutorials and all of their, in their studies. And it also became kind of like a soup kitchen for kids that were at risk of going hungry. It's this huge community effort there, and they've done it all themselves, Coach Khalid, and it was just amazing.
But it was amazing what you did to come in there and redo the entire kitchen. Yeah. And it made such a big difference. You put such a smile on their face, so thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you, baby. It was amazing to see those young kids, huh?
I love, but I
How
love
old are your babies now?
My babies are growing up. My daughter's about to be 5 next month, and my son is 7, yes.
And 7, look how tall he is already.
That was a recent picture. We were visiting my father for his birthday.
Aww.
Yes.
Do they get that he's Muhammad Ali? I mean, that's such a far generation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know. No, they don't. I mean, they know he's special.
Grandpa.
But yeah, he's Papa. And my daughter is like, I'll be like, you love Mommy, you love Dad. She's like, yeah, but I love Papa more. I'm like, I mean, you know, she's so young. I'm like, really? And she doesn't know who he is or anything. It's just this connection that she has with him. So, I mean, they're going to get it. I mean, they're going to... Recently, it was funny because it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and my son saw a picture of my father and Martin Luther Jr. King, and he was just like, this is a guy I learned about in school. He doesn't realize how great Papa is, too. So he was just like, what is Papa doing with Martin Luther Jr. King? And he just, it threw him off.
It's going to be so exciting as that whole level opens up for them, though, in the next few years.
Same thing happened to me growing up.
Yeah, you know? You're just like, no way, my dad's the coolest.
Yes.
You know, I was shocked at Coach Khalid's program at the downtown boxing gym at how young children start in the boxing gym, and they weren't allowed to box or spar or any of the fun stuff until they had gotten their school tutoring done first. And I was shocked at how many young women now. I mean, you have to be so proud of that, right? Because a whole generation of young ladies is there because of people like yourself. Thank you.
I just love seeing girls playing sports, period.
Oh, my God.
Boxing or any sport that they get into, because, you know, being an athlete or being physically active just gives you self-esteem and confidence and discipline and all of these things. So I just like seeing people be active. I'm not necessarily advocating for people to start being professional boxers. And I don't think a lot of those girls necessarily want to, but it's a place for them to go. It's a community.
It's a self-esteem.
Exactly.
And that's why I like to get kids in the kitchen. Same thing. It's empowering. Right? You're working on your first cookbook?
I am.
You got to be this got to be your first show.
Food, you know, that makes you feel good, tastes good, but it's good for you. You know,
so
but
good food, comfort food.
Yes, good food, comfort food. Just eating clean. You know, a lot of times people feel like in order to be healthy, you have to give up. Everything is not. It's all about the preparation and the quality of the food that you eat.
The quality and the quantity of them. I completely agree. Eat real food and know where the food comes from. Exactly. So you are working with the USTA for youth tennis. So are you good at tennis?
I wouldn't say that.
I'm terrible. Because here's why. I'm terrible at tennis. I think that...
See me out there? Look, that's proof. Like, I can get it... You know what's
great?
You
get over the net.
Yeah, you know why? Because they have those new balls. They have... Okay, the USTA is trying to encourage families and kids to get involved in tennis. Just be physically active, because we have this problem now, as you know, with obesity,
and we got
diabetes, and kids
I work with the first lady on this, too.
As you know. So... I like to get involved whenever we're talking about getting kids active. So the USTA has made it easier for families because they have youthtennis.com where people can go online and find, you know, facilities in their area and events going on in their area where they can participate. And now all the companies that make the equipment have come together and made bigger balls that are like made of foam, smaller rackets, so you can actually, those balls bounce slower. That's why I look like I can play out there. shows and I hit the ball and it looks like I know what I'm doing, you know?
They have rigged the ball so that we can all play tennis.
You know why? So that you can focus on, so that people can focus on the fun of the game instead of the technical side. And then if you do get into it, then you can upgrade to the other balls.
To the regular balls.
Yes.
No, I can't because my dog Isabel eats them all.
Yeah.
I love it. And Celebrity Apprentice, you're on now, right?
Yes, yes.
Arnold has taken over.
He did. It was a lot of fun. We just wrapped.
Oh, you just wrapped?
We wrapped, yeah.
Well, good luck. Don't ruin anything, but I hope you won.
We'll find out.
Who was your biggest surprise on the show? You're like, oh my God, like that person is fierce.
You know, I don't ever come with expectations, but I would say surprise. I was surprised mostly by the two housewives, Portia Williams and Kyle. You know, that's Atlanta and Beverly Hills.
Right.
Because, you know, they're on very dramatic shows. So I was like, okay, they want to bring some drama to the show. And I had to have self-talk myself like, Laila, you're not going to be knocking anybody out, regardless of what happens. Regardless of what happens, you're going to keep your mind right. You're going to deal with this in a mature way. So I didn't know, you know, you have to think about that. Because, you know, as a public person, you don't want to go and do something that's going to make yourself look bad. I mean, I wouldn't really punch. I'm just joking. But you know, they are very smart, very nice, and they'll probably be friends for life. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, these are women that we're all very different, but I respect all of them, and we got along really well. So, and I don't think the show got as much drama as they probably would want to get, you know, on the show.
When they cast it,
exactly.
they
were like, we're gonna get this person.
They're really focused and being polite to each other.
But it's great because you never know. I mean, you see people on shows, and the shows get edited, and you think you know who they are, but you really don't.
Right.
So it was really nice to see.
It's TV, you know, whether it's reality TV or not.
And I like to see strong women able to get along.
Yeah, I agree. They shouldn't be tearing each other. I want to know what Arnold says, though. Like, Trump was, I'm fired. Does he say, you're terminated?
He said that a couple times. He also said, you're fired.
He mixed it up.
Yeah, he mixed it up, definitely. But everybody was waiting to see. He's going to say, run to the chopper. What was he going to say? Or, you know, all his lines. And he's a comedian. I mean, he's very funny.
He's a very funny guy.
He's very funny. There was lots of moments where he had us in there just dying. Like, it was like, okay, guys.
Plus, she had the accent. Makes it even funnier, right? I love you, Laila. Come back, and now next time we'll start cooking some of her recipes because we got to start pre-selling that cookbook.
Yes, let's do it.
For more information on the United States Tennis Association and youth tennis and where you guys can get those special tennis balls, head on over to our website.